thing. And yo, what is going on, homies and omets? We're having a little technical difficulties there for a second. We're using the streaming software, but welcome in. We are streaming VeVe market updates. AF-15, is it crashing right now? So we're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at other collectibles in the VeVe marketplace, and we'll also be opening up some Squishmallow card breaks. We're going to open those up, and I'm also going to reveal a few comics I bought in real life. All right, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive into it. Let me know if you can see me, if everything's good, everything's dandy. We're gonna go ahead and just dive in. All right, so let me go ahead, tweet this out on the tweeter, and let me know where you are tuning in from all across the world. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so we are taking a look here real quick at the Todd McFarlane, kind of one of the obviously blue chips, aka grails on VeVe. We've seen him rise a little bit, a couple grand. I think he went all the way up to 1,800. So this was quite interesting because, you know, coming off the AF-15, we saw people maybe give up on the AF-15 when it first released. All right, so the AF-15 comic, in case you didn't know, is Amazing Fantasy number 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man in a comic in real life. It was dropped on VeVe. So when it dropped, you know, the floor price on VeVe was kind of gridlocked. So if you went to go buy now, it actually wouldn't let you buy now because somebody had already purchased that collectible, or that comic rather, in this case, and you weren't able to buy. And so you could go down the listings and the bottom floor prices were actually locked up because somebody already bought those. So the VeVe marketplace wasn't able to update those listings fast enough for the demand that was on the Amazing Fantasy number 15 comic. So what we saw is maybe people gave up, you know, maybe they gave up here and went to the other grails on VeVe. So Slider233, yes, are good morning, says Matt. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. And let me know where you're tuning in from all across the world today. I think I can't see how many viewers we have live right now, but I think we're a little over 9 or 10 or something like that. But welcome in, everybody. And yeah, so you know what to do if you're enjoying this already, but we'll get to the Amazing Fantasy 15 comic. We'll also touch on a little bit of the VeVe 1-of-1 auction that is going on right now. So far, I don't think it really shows too much details, so we can actually come over here, or actually you go to the store, artworks, and you can check out here, David Yu. Still got 2 days left, obviously, and then of course you can place a bid here. You can confirm a bid. So if I want to bid 1 gem, it'll let you know like you're placing a bid for 1 gem. After placing this bid, you cannot edit the bid for a period of 3 hours. However, you can withdraw the bid in this time. Bids cannot be edited 1 hour before the auction ends. If you withdraw this bid, you cannot bid again for 3 hours. This auction ends August 20th, 2022 at 2 p.m. CST, or 12 p.m. PT. If you win the auction, you will have 12 hours to make payment gems. No, non-payment will result in account restriction. So just be aware of that. We're going to go ahead and place this bid. Bada boom, bada bing. That's what it looks like when you place a bid. No big deal. So I can come in here and I can edit this as long as it's been 3 hours, right? So that's how this bidding system works. Pretty simple. You have to log into the web app. So if you want to do it for fun, for the LOLs and shenanigans, and just to test it out, go over there. You can bid. Obviously, people are bidding thousands of gems to win this collectible or this piece of art, which is the first edition from Ron English. All right, so that's how that one is going to work out and shape up. Now we're going to come over here to Amazing Fantasy 15. and kind of take a look at some of these prices this morning. So right there, you can see the floor price is definitely down. You know, it came as high as 850 gems or so, give or take, around that price area, which we talked about on the stream. So if you've been following my streams and updates, you would know that's where kind of the take profit area was going to kind of be. We kind of predicted that. All right. So I wanted to let you know about that, I guess. But yeah, I suspected people were going to take a little bit short of that 1K mark. 1K, really big psychological number. You know, I think people are kind of on a race to take profit these days. People are getting more and more savvy, and I think people were kind of expecting this comic to go down a little bit as we get closer and closer to the decon and seeing where that may shake out. You know, are we going to get Banksy's? And then, of course, David, you teasing the D brand as well. So I think people are unsure where the prices are going to settle here for Amazing Fantasy 15. Kind of thrown off with Dragon Ball Z a little bit. Is it coming? Is it not? We know that Alex G said it's not, but people are still, I think, waiting on the sidelines to see what happens around Decon. I think that's going to be the front and center type of action that we're going to see here in this short term before we see any more other big announcements or drops. I think those big announcements and drops are going to happen around the Decon. If we see any in the short term here, we may see some bigger announcements and bigger brands, but I think in terms of short market term conditions, I think this is what we're going to see here in the price action due to those, you know, announcements, if you will. Uncommon, it's under 400 gems this morning. 369 is the lowest one on the tree. And yeah, so if you're into the uncommons are always very undervalued, or maybe that's just their fair value. You know, people typically uncommon, just not a very, I mean, just the name uncommon, I don't know. It's always been, you know, under market value, I guess, or not the most popular one among all the comics. And it is what it is, right? So I didn't buy into that because that's just been the trend. You know, the trend is your friend, all right? So you don't want to buy into comics that are never going to really increase dramatically over time or appreciate super quickly. So you want to be always aware of that, all right? So let's go ahead and take a look here at the rare. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. Let me switch the song up because I want something a little bit more exciting. And if you want me to play any non-fungible wonderful songs, you can request that in the chat, and I will see if I have it on my playlist, and I will play that for you. And by the way, shout out to Silversmith Shield LTD. Top of the screen here, you can see his name. Latest member. He actually renewed for, I think we're gonna go ahead and see how long he's been on the channel. 16 months. He's almost been on the channel for 2 years. So shout out to Silversmith Shield LTD. Congratulations, man. I really appreciate you for being a member. One of the best members on the channel. All right, so shout out to you. Zombie Attack News, shout out to you for the latest super chat. And latest subscriber, Godzilla Goo. Thank you for joining the channel and joining the Red Circle Army here on YouTube and Twitch. And we're streaming directly on Twitter as well. So if you're seeing me, depending on where you're seeing me, make sure you smash a follow me if you want to, if you enjoy the stream. All right, so let's go back over here so you can see my room and things like that. So we're gonna switch the angle up a little bit here. I'm not sure why my chat here is like super blown up, but yeah, if you chat, you'll see your chat here in my stream, and it's like massive. So maybe we'll resize that a little bit. Not sure what's going on there. Let me just resize it just a smidgen so it's not so big. Okay, cool. So let's take out look at the rare. 635 rare, kind of keeping pace with the common a little bit, right? It's a little bit more than the common. This is something I thought would happen here, just kind of keeping tandem with the common. It's the newer cover. This one definitely is one I do like this one. This is one of the rare occurrences I do like with the rare cover. The rare covers typically aren't very appealing to me. I always like ultra rares. Ultra rares always have vibrant colors, and you see unique art, VeVe exclusives, and things like that. I'm a big fan of URs, so let's take a look at the UR. We're coming in at 2300, pretty much 2300. You know, give or take 0.01 gem or two. But this one, yeah, I think we'll see it at this price level for just a little bit longer. I'm not really too surprised to see it around here. It did pump over 3K, of course, and maybe a little bit above that, but prices have fallen back down there. Not a bad purchase on the UR at all when you're talking about Amazing Fantasy 15. Very cool homage, VeVe exclusive homage on the app if you're into that. All right, so secret rare coming in at 16,900 gems. All right, so not a big surprise here either. This is what I was saying too, 15 to 30K, because I knew we would have fluctuations. This is exactly where the price has landed. All right, so if you've been following the stream, once again, this shouldn't be too big of a surprise. I have yet to see somebody be as pretty much accurate in price predictions as me. Not to toot my horn too much, but maybe I'll do more price prediction videos, because I've been doing those since really the beginning. And I used to go in Discord and do the drop shows in the Discord with Granola and Geomite, Eagle, and some of the people over there in the community. That was always fun. I used to do price predictions back there. Really spot on there. Too much hasn't really changed, so maybe I should just label my streams and videos like price predictions, because I think we've been so accurate here on the channel. Now I know 15 to 30K is like a wild, kind of wide gap, but it did go. It went from 15 pretty quickly. I think it pretty much went to almost 30K. So you can see here it's like at 30K with not that many listings here. So that's what I thought would play out. It went above 20K. I think it pushed 25. So it got close to that 30K mark. And like I said on the channel, we would probably have some volatile swings. And this is exactly what happened. So we're resting right there, 15 to 30K. So we'll see here. I think it's going to rest just a little bit longer until we get some more confirmations on what's going to happen around Decon. Maybe we'll see a couple more whales here. I think we need a couple more users. I'm starting to see, and this is what I've been saying on the stream as well before Comics and Crypto had his Twitter space, is that we're starting to see more comic collectors come into the app, and even Cavell reacted to one of those comic collector videos. We're starting to see more and more of those collectors trickle in. I think some comic collectors that have YouTube channels are secretly looking at VeVe and kind of collecting, seeing what they like, and seeing where they want to put their money into the VeVe app. So I think in terms of the macro, we are maybe seeing something like, we're seeing more collectors come into the app, which is good on the comic side. Now, I can't wait for more fandoms and maybe the more niche collectors like Star Wars. Star Wars obviously isn't niche, but in terms of hardcore collectors, that's what I want to see as well, and hope that really plays out there. We have Sean Davidson, and the chat says D equals for Dory. Yeah, totally could be Dory. That would be actually hilarious. Dr. Dre says, what do you feel real comic collectors will think about the variant covers not having the approved by the Comics Authority stamp like the common? I think over time, so we're so early in my opinion here, so a bunch of things could happen there. Those could actually be one of those like highly sought after things long term, just because they're more exclusive, they're more rare. It's a limited edition, so it's hard to say. We're so early, and nobody could say for sure. If there's a cool community around like those exclusive covers, then I think that that could play out nicely. But that's a lot of speculation, right? So I think it's kind of like a wait and see. Let's see what happens. If I was a whale and I had a lot of liquidity, I would invest a lot in, or not a lot, but I would invest, at least have every comic have the UR cover, if that makes sense. I think that would be really cool because it's a VeVe exclusive, and it's just cool. Like I've seen a couple of whales do that and things like that. So Dogan says, bro, NFTs are cool, but we have no use cases. Why should we buy them? Well, why would you buy anything else in real life? Like, here, let me grab this. All right, here's some of the comics I bought yesterday. Shout out to old Rhubarb for reminding me that the Mandalorian 2 is coming out. First appearance of Grogu, as you can see over here, this angle. We have the first appearance of Grogu in a comic. Why would you buy this? Why would you buy it? Right? Why would you buy this in real life? Tell me. You would buy it because you're a fan. You would buy it because you want to read it. You would buy it because you want to own it. I mean, there's emotional attachment to this, right? So it's no different. Like, I can hold this for sure. I can also hold my phone and read the NFT comic, right? So I can also sell my NFT comic. It's actually more liquid. Like, with this, I have to like list it on eBay. I have to go through all this crazy process. But with these NFT comics, I can just list it in 2 seconds, and I don't have to worry about any of the other details. VeVe does all that for me. So that's the distinct difference between the physical and the digital. So literally very, very similar, you know, I don't want to say mechanics, but similar things happening when it comes to why. Why would you want to collect, or why would you want to buy an NFT? So those are some of the differences there. It's not for everybody yet, you know, it's not for everybody, but it's the same reason, like, why did people play Pokemon? Why did people play on their Game Boys? Game Boys has really made Pokemon really wildly successful. Why would you want to collect a fake Pokemon on the app or on the Game Boy when you could just buy the card? But the game still popped off, right? And through time, we got more games. We got Pokemon Snap. We got Pokemon Go. This was all because the wild success of the Game Boy and collecting these Pokemon on a Game Boy, except you didn't actually own those, right? And as a matter of fact, you still don't own those today. The cool thing about NFTs is if you own these NFTs, you own them until you sell them, right? And so it could 10, 15, 20 years could go by and you still own those if you didn't sell them. So that's what's cool about NFTs is you own them. So imagine if Pokemon dropped on VeVe or some other platform and you're actually able to own that Pokemon. That would be massive, right? So this is the same idea what's happening right now if in NFTs. It's just hard to kind of wrap your head around it if you're new to NFTs, because you have to have a paradigm shift in your mentality of why, and you know, you have to understand the why. So I think the sooner you do that, the sooner you get NFTs. Now, I wouldn't necessarily think as an NFT like mainstream people are thinking it, because I've seen like, you know, media FUD it and all that stuff. So you have to be aware there is like this false propaganda, like NFTs are destroying the environment. Well, that's not the case, because we know that with VeVe NFTs, these are carbon neutral. So yeah, so there are lots of cool stuff happening around the NFT space. The future is digital 100%. Very interested to see what would happen if common cover supply is taken out before the variants. It could be an apocalypse for all other variants. Yeah, it could. Now, I could see whales definitely playing games there with that. Like, I could definitely see whales when the Omi utility program comes out. We know that VeVe is going to have the burning mechanism in the OUP, right? So whales could technically burn a lot of the common covers if they want to. Thanks, guys, for the explanation. Hey, no problem. Absolutely. If you have any more questions, I am happy to answer all that for you. I actually love it when we have either collectors or comic book collectors, whatever type of collector or person you are. Maybe you're a gamer. I have Web3 gamers on my channel all the time. So, you know, if you're interested or like have any questions, fire away. I'm absolutely open to answering those questions, because that's what's going to further the space. I think a lot of people get a little too passionate about it and like almost, you know, discount what your thoughts are, right? I want to hear them. I want to hear why, you know, why you don't want to collect these NFTs, right? But anyways, we got these comics here yesterday. First appearance of Grogu. This is really cool. Now, this is not the official cover that they appeared on. They actually appeared on Vader number 20, Darth Vader number 20, and they appeared on a variant cover. So this is not their first cover, but it's the first appearance of Grogu, full appearance of Grogu in a comic, where obviously it's about the Mando in the story and not just Darth Vader, right? I got this cool reprint of Iron Man, Hawkeye. I had to get this. This was too cool to pass up. So I had to buy one of these. They even kept true to their cover. Or actually, this one says $3.99 right here on the front. So that's kind of like a dead giveaway on that. But this one was just so cool. I had to buy it. And then of course we had to get Predator #1. This is not the original, of course. This is the new comic cover. But I had to buy this. This was just way cool. Yeah, so I have the variant cover over there behind my setup, and I bought a couple other comics that I want to go ahead and grab in just a little bit. We also have Spider-Man 2099. We got Han Solo and Chewbacca #2, Voices Heritage #1, featuring Native Americans, and of course Jane Foster #1. So we got a bunch of #1s here. I think this one will do really well. I bought a couple of duplicates of the Mando Grogu here, so super pumped about that. And I'm actually super excited about some other Star Wars comics that are coming out IRL. So Darth Bane, he's a notorious Sith Lord. That one I think is coming out in September, so I'm super excited about Star Wars comics. Lots of good stuff still coming out. Lots of opportunities to make a lot of money there. I'll be putting these in some slabs, so be on the lookout if you'll see some slabbed up IRL comics. Don't be surprised to see that. It may be the reason why the first comics only had the original covers for all the variants and just color changes. Yeah, no doubt. I think so. Let's see here. Let's refresh and see where we're at on the comment and see if it's changed. So nothing hasn't really changed. Still under 600 here. So we will see. We will take a look at some other things. So like Todd, for instance, he's been on a decline since the beginning of the year when the entire VeVe market crashed pretty much. I mean, we can safely say that the market, it just crashed. We also will take a look at the VeVe well tracker and the VeVe market here and take kind of a look at the daily snapshot of what's going on here in the app. So if we see if we can spot any trends. Not a lot of new active wallets here. Market is kind of going sideways, so not too surprised to see a little bit of a market dip on the AF-15, considering its apps kind of slowed down a little bit after that excitement. We can see whales here. Daily net accumulation, it's down big time. So from August 16th to today, the daily net accumulation has just kind of petered out big time. But we haven't noticed really any big entire sell-offs except for this one right here. Sales 182, but they still have 421 purchases with a significant supply. So we're going to take a look at the largest, see if we can take a look at the largest collection size. I don't know if it'll let me filter through that. So yeah, like 101 purchases here. And let me slide over so you can see this a little bit better. Right here. So yeah, not a lot of sell-off happening except for this person that had 3,000, but they also have 30,000. So yeah, so the accumulation's kind of slowed up a little bit. They're still, looks like they're still purchasing and buying, just a little bit slower, at a little bit slower of a rate. So this will be maybe a good indicator to see where we're at in the market. Maybe this is kind of the sideways movement area where you may want to consider making an entry into something right now. Because if the whales are slow, that means that could create an opportunity or a little nice window for a smaller trader or investor to maybe scoop up a collectible or comic, right, before they get really active again, right? Because you don't want to compete with a whale, right? So anyways, I'm actually not a collector, but I like Marvel and Disney, and we never had seen partnerships of giants with crypto projects, so I collect some, but I think their mini stuff is lacking. Yeah, I think there could be more interoperability for sure. I totally agree there. If you haven't seen my video on the US GM of VeVe, he's talked a lot about interoperability and a lot about more gamification and things like that. So I think that's coming. I think it's just a slow process, right? So, but I totally agree. I would like to see more as well myself. Hopefully they'll roll out that 8K showroom pretty soon to give us something to do in the VeVe verse, or even in just our showroom. I want to see it on the web app. Should we go for UR and rare comics now for MCP points? Cheap now, although not higher ranking comics. Yeah, that could definitely be a play. Comics are really good for mining MCP points for sure. We already did a price prediction for the She-Hulk comic. We did not, man. We did not. Definitely haven't taken a look at that. Let's see. It's not even on the trending on the marketplace. So let's see. Or has it dropped yet? Could be dropping right now. Oh yeah, just dropping in 23 minutes. I'll buy this one for the lulz. You know, I will. I don't think this one's gonna do insanely well. The market conditions aren't gonna allow it to do well, in my opinion. And when you have an AF-15 comic on the app, people are still gonna be focusing on that a lot. I'll go for this because it's only 7 gems, and it's like, what the heck? I could get a secret rare. Like, why not? And you know, if you land a secret rare, I would keep that one, to be honest. I know people are like, should you buy it? Should you flip it? Well, the thing I would say to some of those channels is maybe add a hold it. So buy it, sell it, or hold it. So add a hold. You know, I think we should consider that when we have the MCP. So for a comic like this one, why not hold it, right? Because I think this one, the show's out. Maybe she'll have some more appearances. I don't know. I'd love to hear from the comics guys because I'm not, you know, a guru or anything like that when it comes to some of these. Although I do have a pretty good idea on price movement. I don't think the market's going to allow for this one to do super well, though. Not a super major character in the MCU or anything like that, right? Okay, cool. So it's kind of how Dogan says, I don't know how to... I can't say your name because it sounds like I'm going to say a cuss word, by the way. So I'm just saying your last name. So it's kind of having these cool stuff only for me, but it's not sharing with the whole world. That just makes me worry a little. So, I mean, you can share, right? So, like, if you go to... Let me pull up an example. But yeah, there's a whole social feed here in the app. You can actually see here. It's not operating right now, but there's a social feed in the app, so you can actually share right now with your but it's not people following you on the app. So another example here is if we go to this video we're watching right now. I actually have my link down here, so you can come down here and well, I did have it there. Oh yeah, right here. Follow me on VeVe. So you can actually link your VeVe profile. So if we click on that, it'll take you to my VeVe profile where you can actually follow me. So you can most definitely follow, share your profile, and they're going to build upon that social aspect as well. I think that's just going to take a while for that to play out, but you can most definitely share this. And I think we're just so early. I think you're just so early to the app that I can see why you're concerned, but I think in the long term, I think they will figure all that stuff out. Oh, yeah, Slider just said it too as well. We're so early that most of the utility will come when AR and VR go mainstream. Buying now is buying into the future in VeVe and the metaverse as a whole. 1000%, man. You just literally spoke what I was thinking as well. So we're so early. You know, when Apple launches their AR glasses, when Google launches their AR glasses, we know that Niantic's launching their AR glasses. Literally every brand and every company that like is a tech company is launching AR glasses. So I did a lot of videos on that. So that's something, if you go into my channel, and I've done so many videos on it that I don't know which one's which anymore. But VeVeverse Cracked is a good videos to start. We can just come in here and type in like Control F, VeVeverse maybe. So right here, VeVeverse Apple Glass to disrupt NFTs forever. That was 1 month ago. I even have videos from last year as well, like way back, talking about AR and everything like that. We know Apple's getting closer and closer to launching their glasses. So yeah, if you want to learn more about that though, you can actually watch those videos and just type in like Control F on my channel and find VeVeverse and Apple, type in Apple Glass or whatever. And there's a lot of cool videos I put out here on the channel talking about AR, talking about VR. We know that Epic Games, they're going to be a juggernaut in the VR or in the metaverse space. We know that obviously Oculus, Rift, and Facebook and Meta, they're all They're developing their big metaverse. I mean, it's all coming, right? It's just taking time to develop and mainstream to really pick it up. So definitely investing early into the future. So if you're here watching now, think of it more like an opportunity and not necessarily a drawback. So sub 300 commons or SRUR comics. Yeah, that's a good question, Rav. I'm just gonna call you Rav. Yeah, that's a very interesting question. That's the $1 million question, right? It's tough because we've seen even in the comic space last night with Comics and Crypto and Elite Comics that they talked about a little bit on the comic covers, which we've been saying here on the channel, and that kind of confirms it, right? So the comic covers, for instance, you know, going back to the Amazing Fantasy, this is the OG comic cover right here. So the OG cover is the common. So, you know, that is the $1 million comic. But then, of course, the secret rare, we've even seen some guy talk about how he's selling his in real life comics, physical comics, to collect the secret rare covers on VeVe because they're exclusive and they have lower editions. So I think it's just going to be whatever you're most comfortable with. For me personally, I like the price points on the commons because they're so cheap right now. I don't think they'll always be that way versus me just buying one secret rare cover and my like entire liquidity being like wrapped up into this one comic. It's just tough, right? So for that reason, that's why I like commons. I feel they're more liquid, but yeah, it's just like, it just depends on where you're coming at and where your fandom's at. This is not financial advice. This is entertainment only, by the way. This is only my opinion. Do your own due diligence and all that good stuff, right? Just go back over here to oh wait, we're clicking on the wrong screen. Let me go back over here. All right. Okay, so show me the Omi. Yo, I love that name, by the way. What's good, Kyle? Always fun to go for drops during a live stream. Heck yeah, let's go. You know, it's funny, I always stream and there just happens, I stream just long enough to actually catch the drop. So it's actually hilarious. I didn't mean for that to work out like this, but it did, and here we are. So we might as well just go for the drop at this point, right? All chat gaming, OG, triple OG, welcome to the chat, man. Always amazing to see you in the chat. Love it, love it, love it. Fire emojis, let's go. Rav says, what is your take on Mighties? Is gamification on the cards? I don't know on that. I don't know if they're trying to create a Funko type of collectible in the NFT space and make those like super fun to collect. So I don't know if they're just, Marvel's really trying to get kickstart their own, you know, Funko style, you know, type of collectibles, and even their cartoons they kind of look like Funkos a little bit too. Or if they're truly trying to gamify it. She-Hulk speculation book, but yes, longer term hold on this one. On this book, you are betting on Marvel having She-Hulk more involved in the future MCU and the show doing well. Exactly, 100%. Let me go get those variant comic covers. I want to show you guys, and let's go ahead and start cracking these Squishmallow packs. Shout out to Uncle Jay. So let me grab those comics real quick, and I'll show you the variants and all the cool covers. All right, so first of all, we have a holographic cover by, this one was sent by Comics and Crypto. Shout out to him, the team, for sending me that. This one is House of Slaughter, and this is the original cover right here. So, Boom Studios is the publisher for that one. That's House of Slaughter #1, so very cool. We have Voices of Heritage. I got all the covers, all the variants pretty much. I got like a lot of them. So this was one of the variant covers featuring a Native American warrior on there. And then we have Static Shock #1. So these I've actually had these comics already. Let's move over. We had Chewie, of course. We had Chewie back there on the shelf. We have Batman, the new Batman, Batman Secret Files, The Signal #1. Here's the variant cover of Predator. So we got that haul as well, this variant cover. Predator #1 variant edition. The Mando, I showed you guys that one already. The Mando Grogu. Here's the variant cover, one of the variant covers right here. Star Wars The Mandalorian. And let me see if you guys can see that a little bit better. Chapter 2, The Child. Pretty cool. That one's a little bit more realistic and looks like a movie shot, like a wide view of that. And here's another variant cover of the Mando, #2, with Grogu, of course. And we got the Jawas, where he's in that valley. Pretty cool. That one's a pretty cool. I like the Jawas, man. I really do love the color scheme on this one. I love that desert coloring on the title, or the on the title there. This is the original cover for Voices Heritage. It's got all the Native American superheroes right there. As you guys know, like, I'm like half Native, so I think that comic is really cool. The story in this comic was done by Native Americans, and it actually has Native American humor in it as well. So if you are Native American and you understand that humor, you'll find this comic is actually pretty funny. So yeah, here's another variant cover right here. And we got another variant cover of that right here as well. Alaskan indigenous cover. Kind of Inuit, I believe. All right, so, and of course, we already showed you that comic there. So anyways, those are my, yo, Sleeping Comics in the house, OG. Got that OG in the house. Comics equal win. Absolutely. Let's go. Yo. It's always great to see an actual comic guy in the chat, because, you know, we're just rookies here on the channel. We got our training wheels on. We learn from pros like Sleeping. And so shout out to Sleeping, man. He's helped me figure a lot of things out when it comes to comics. Listen, guys, like I could literally only afford Pokemon cards barely when I was a kid, and I always loved comics. I just couldn't afford them. So fast forward to today, people like Sleeping help me out. They figure out, like, I even asked Sleeping, like, what are these even, like, how do you even get the proper these covers, and then they have like these backings. So shout out to Sleeping for helping me with that. Really appreciative of that. Why is my chat box all funky on this screen? Let's see. I think it's because we have the wrong there we go. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. She-Hulk speculation. Okay, we read that one. Omar. Hey, welcome in, Omar. It's always good to see you. I'm to get 3 or more from the drop. Let's take a look at the back over here. So we got 10 minutes left. No big deal. We'll just try it on the PC today. I don't know if it'll let you. Has anybody tried literally going into the mobile app and the PC and trying it at the same time? Does that work? Does it not? Does it throw you out of the system? I'm really curious of what that looks like. Win MCP. I would definitely hold the House of Slaughter books. Very nice. Great art covers. All right, so we're gonna open my very first Series 1 Squishmallows trading cards. There's 8 in there. And there's a Founder's card. Founder Redemption card. So we are gonna definitely take a look at this. I saw this at my one of my collectible shops here locally, and I was like, yo, I definitely gotta buy these. Without a doubt. Do you have a box for your I just ordered one, Sleeping. I just ordered a box. Now, it's not the BCG like official like cardboard box, but I bought like a cheap one for now until like I'll buy like bulk BCG or whatever boxes. But I just bought one so I can store these cool comics and hold on to them for a while. Dre Day says, which do you feel has more potential for getting utility, collectibles versus comics? I would say, man, that's a tough one. Well, collectibles with skeletons, we know that it's possible to have them in a game or have them have movement and things like that. So I don't know if comics need utilities, you know what I mean? I think those are just cool. Like this comic is just cool, right? Like, you know what I mean? That comic right there is just super cool. So I'm like, how much more utility should it need? I mean, maybe like there's cool like clubs, or it gets you into like VeVe or whatever. Back then we used to call it Ecomi because it sounded like Comic-Con, but Ecomi. But that name has petered out and everybody's calling it VeVe now. To be fair, it's more appropriate, VeVe. All right, here we go. Hopefully it doesn't have like QR codes, but we have a collectible puzzle as the first card. Find all 60 pieces 31 through 33. That's kind of cool, little collectible puzzle, and you have to find the whole puzzle board. Ooh, we have that, well, first holographic right there, Starla. You know what, we're gonna go get the we might have to go get the cellophane covers or whatever. Bought one of the George press print of Red Sonja on Virtua. Price, how much would it fetch? That's a sleeping question right there. I don't know. I have no idea with Red Sonja stuff. Sleepy says, couldn't afford comics as a kid either. Yeah, man. I feel you on that. It was tough, man. I had to save up for everything, man. It was a tough grind as a kid, man. I had to literally, I saved up all my birthday money every year. I would put it in like a little tackle box, and so I'd forget about it. And then my next birthday, I'd get more birthday money and put it in, and finally I'd have like all this money saved up over like several years of birthdays. And that's how I'd actually go out and like buy, I would buy video games and toys with that money after I had saved up a bunch. And I wanted the best toy or the best collectible or the best video game or the best like whatever it was. But it actually, like, it took years of saving sometimes to actually save up for some of that stuff. And then I had buddies that like their parents bought them everything, man. They're well-to-do families and stuff like that. Not to say I had a bad like upbringing by any means. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like I came from a single parent household, you know what I mean? So Squishmallow cards. Yeah, let's go get the cellophane wraps real quick. All right, so we got 6 minutes left until the She-Hulk drops. We're definitely gonna put this holographic Starla in the sleeve real quick. All right, so we're gonna safely put her, him, whatever this creature is. May not even have a gender. Could just be like one of those amoebas, self-duplicating Squishmallow. Get in there nice and safe. There you go in your home. There it is. All right, so holographic Starla. This is pretty cool. It says on the back, it says, meet Starla. She loves iced tea, board games, and exploring. Starla is a ocean studies major and wants to keep the ocean clean and safe for everyone. Starla's parents taught her to care about environmental issues and to keep it safe for all creatures. So that's pretty cool. Sea Life Squad, it says on the back. Squish date 6/15/2020. It's got a collector's number 471, and this is a number 79. Squishmallow. So 471 is the mint number on this bad boy. This one's really cool. Holographic. Love it. Okay, so that one, as long as we got that one in the penny, we're good to go. Let's check back over here on the other screen. We have the She-Hulk coming in. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. We're going to refresh the screen just to make sure we have the proper time updated. Sleeping is a legend. Totally agree. 1000%. Dr. Dre, sleeping from 1 to 10. What are the chances the comic covers of Grails will be worth more than the other variants? That's a great question. Squishmallow card, says All Chat Gaming. So we got Chanel. This one is a number 89, collector number 455, squish date 3/24. I like how they have little stories. This one's Food Squad. She's sweeter than your average pastry, and she's a pastry chef who loves giving back in her spare time. Chanel likes to volunteer at the local food pantry and teaches cake baking and decorating classes. I love how like these are like kind of community initiative like on the back. I love that. Like works at the local, you know, volunteers at the local food pantry. I love that. I love that little man. I used to volunteer when I was young, and I volunteered a lot in my 20s in a local community. So I love to see that stuff. We got Benny. We got a Benny. I love the coloring on this one, by the way. Look at that. That just looks holographic. It's not. This says Benny is a Bigfoot, and he's one of the smartest creatures in the woods. He loves to run and play with his pals in the forest and beyond. When he's not running around, you can often find him taking photographs with woodland friends. This one's a number 28, and it's a collector number of 433, also released in 2020. So these might have some history behind them. So we got a non-hollow Starla. This one right here, non-hollow. Put that one down. Cinnamon. We got a cinnamon here. This one's a collector number 692. Another Food Squad, number 93. Grand Rising, yo, what's going on, Naked Gubby? We got Naked Gubby in the house from Neo Tokyo. Grand Rising, baby, let's go. Pogs love them, have Super Slammer, says Slider. Veg Visor, number 281, if I can pronounce my words right. Love to see you, man, in the chat. Thanks for being a channel member. Much appreciated. I was a legend at Pogs back in my complex as a kid. Hello, Grand Rising, Kyle. Let's go. We got some Neo Tokyo homies in the house. The Web3 gaming Illuminati in the house. All right, so we got 2 minutes left. Very getting close. We will see what happens. All right, so we continue the Squishmallow breaks. Cinnamon and her best friend Carmelita are like two peas in a pod, but sweeter. You can usually find them in writing lab, working on new stories, or at the mall. They love to window shop. If you see them out and about, they will be sure to give you a big hug. Okay. We got Mila. I think this one is. It's an elephant. This one would be a nice hollow. It's got Rambo on it. Classic Squad. Mila is making moves. She has found her healthy fix through creative recipe tips, which she uses to treat her friends and family. Ready to get happy and healthy with Mila. Collector number 17. This is a 2-digit. We're definitely saving that one. That's a 2-digit collector number. So we'll put that one aside. We're gonna penny sleeve all these though. We have Davina, which is like a unicorn. Then number 693. Though she's shy at first. Okay, we got 1 minute left, so we're getting close. 1 minute. 1 minute. All right, so if you're listening, 1 minute. All right. If you're logged into the web app, you don't really need any VeVe tips. You don't need tips and tricks, pretty much. You just click a button, and you should be good to go. So now, if you're on your mobile web device, you got to do a bunch of optimizations that may or may not work. I've had a lot of apps running at one time, and I still got to drop. So I don't know if all the VeVe tips and tricks work anymore, but they do help a little bit on the phone for sure. I think clearing the files off the app, I think helps the most out of all of them. And I actually turn off a lot of the background data on a lot of the apps running in the background. I think those two are like a pretty good combination, but the rest of them probably won't work on the web app, right? So we're about to click here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0. Boom, baby, let's go. Pull the trigger, baby. Let's go. Secret rare, fingers crossed. I never got a secret rare. Is this the one? Is this the one? Could it be? Nothing's happening, guys. Nothing's happening. Oh, no. I still get... Oh. We're going to confirm... Oh, line... What? Click each image containing a line with the main? What kind of freaking... Are you serious? What a goofy... What the goofiest capture I've ever seen. All right, with the main, verify. Due to order volume, your collectible will be delivered 2 hours. So it looks like I have one pending. We'll buy another. Why not? We'll buy another. Let's buy a couple. Okay, unable to reserve collectible. So we got 2 pendings. Sold out. Not bad, not bad. Thanks, VeVe, for giving me two pendings. All right. That's 20,000 editions. That's a low, kind of a lower run. What's the so 450 on this one? I wish they did like 350. They should have made this more limited. I think that would have been cooler. But it's all good. It's all good. 20,000 editions, not bad. All right, so we got another Davina, 693. And of course, the collectible puzzle. We're gonna put everything in sleeves, probably. Since this is a first Series 1 trading cards. Hit 3, let's go. Yeah, let me drop it in the chat if you hit any. And how many? How many did you hit? Let me know. Nicky Gubby says hit 3. I got 6, says Omar. Dang, you were Speedy Gonzalez, man. The comic itself, I'm thinking may drop and sit under mint until our next run. Congrats, man. I got one myself. Yeah, that's definitely possible for sure. Especially the, all of them, except for maybe the ultra rare, secret rare, will be above retail and rare. Common and uncommon probably might drop. I hate to be a downer, but I still think slow bleed in the secondary with no new users being onboarded and KYC cutting current active users down significantly. Yeah, I agree with that. Which I don't know if that's necessarily a Debbie down. You know, it could be an opportunity. One person's opportunity, but is another person's opportunity. All right, we got another collectible puzzle. I guess we'll set the puzzles off to the side. And we'll just kind of keep those like together a little bit. All right, so we got a holographic Sheldon. So this is a Sheldon here. It's got little ears and a little horn thingy. Or top fin thing. This one's collector number 346. Sheldon enjoys spending time with himself and learning more about the ocean he lives in. He loves learning about all the plants, other sea creatures, and making friends with other people he meets along the way. Fun fact about Sheldon, he wanted to be a jellyfish when he grew up. Sea Life Squad. Cool, cool. All right, we'll put that one off to the side. We got Matt. Looks like a sea walrus or whatever that you call him. Collector number 156. That one's not bad either. Sea Life Squad. Realize graphic design fashion aspires to be a fashion designer one day. Did you see those crazy t-shirt designs? Yes, Matt might have helped inspire the design. Okay, cool, cool. We got Archie. This one's kind of cool. 275. Whoa, we got a little mini card. What is this? We have like a little small card. I don't know what this is about. Like, look at the size difference. Like, is this that is weird. Is that not weird? This is like a little mini card. I'm definitely gonna freaking penny sleeve that one. That one could be, I don't know if it's a misprint or like super rare or what. This one's called Orin. Maybe it's because he's just small. I don't know. Maybe the small, like, little Squishmallows are just... They have small... Look at that. It doesn't even... Look how much loose penny sleeve it has in there. Like, that's kind of crazy. That's weird. I've never seen that before. All right, so... Yeah, for sure, the 2 rarities drop. For sure, for some value. I have some value. Let's see. Let me reread that. Yeah, for sure, the last 2 rarities will for sure have some value. But hey, I love another dip. So I can buy back into a few FA number 15s for sure. Nice. That artist is on Twitter posting about the cover. Oh, heck yeah, that's cool. I'm thinking about going all in. So I was curious about your thoughts about Omi token. Yeah, Omi token. Ooh. Oh yeah, I already pulled that one. Phyllis. Bernardo. Ha! This one looks like a duck. 216. Gregory. 369. 69 mint. No comment. All right. We're going to penny sleeve this other Sheldon Hollow real quick. And we got one more pack to open. Okay. Got this holographic. Thinking about going all in. Oh yeah, so Omi token. Let's take a look at the Omi token tracker. We have 14K total wallets with a balance on layer 1 finally. Like to see that number increase, but I think it's a good opportunity for sure. Not a lot of wallets active on layer 1, so that could spell out a huge opportunity long term. I think once we're back over 150K wallets, that's when the price is definitely going to reflect it. So yeah, so I think, yeah, Omi's a good play for sure, not financial advice. We got an Archie, 275. So we'll sleeve that bad boy right there. I got a 4-minute rebound. Oh, dang. Let's go. So the rebounds may come into play more because more people using the web app. And you guys saw me. I got stopped by the CAPTCHA, and it was like a goofy CAPTCHA. And also, like, what if bots are still trying to bot? And they're getting thrown out of the app. So that's another thing. So rebounds might be a lot more relevant these days than not. I'm about thinking about going all... Oh, I just read that. 2 on drop, 1 on 4-minute rebound. Let's go, man. So another 4-minute rebound person in the chat. That's exciting. All right, so we're going to take a quick look. Let me see if I can sign in real quick on this screen. If it will let me. All right, so we're going to take a quick market overview. We got partner stats used, 5,300, 2% increase. Marvel Comics #1, 15,000, or really 14,699, a 1% decrease. We have Spider-Man Ultimate Animated, 13,498 gems, pretty much break even. Pride Da Vinci at 1,050, Superman 760, Todd McFarlane 1639, Amazing Fantasy #15, the Common 590, Amazing Fantasy #15, Secret Rare 16,900, the Emperor's Fist, which is Darth Vader, 1,289 gems, and that's pretty much wraps up kind of the most sought after grails on the VeVe app. Let me know if you would want me to add any more of the collectibles or comics on the ticker here, and I will get them added. Usually I have it overlaid on the stream, but the software is not wanting to work here with my stream, so I'm having to manually pull up the stream or ticker. Eduardo Ramos, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Red Circle Army. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining in, man. I'm not stacking for value, just points to whatever good IP comes. But yeah, like I said, Grails just will bleed to MCP and new IP announced. Yeah, it could. I think some of these, though, are some outliers here. So, like, for the Todd McFarlane Batman, I think he's an outlier. I think the Amazing Fantasies are outliers. And then I think there's kind of everything else, in my opinion. Now, I know people are, like, super pumped about partners, but I think, as you just said, like, more exciting IP. Walt and Mickey, like, it's not like they're going to go fight crime in the comics, right? So I think Batman will always remain super relevant. And for that reason, that's why I'm always in on the Todd McFarlane Batman. The Spider-Man, of course, as well. So Spider-Man, the most popular superhero in the world. I mean, it's hard to beat Batman, Spider-Man, and even Superman. That's why we got him up here. I just think I wouldn't bet against those. I mean, Superman, I think, is a great pickup because it's definitely bleeding for sure. Todd's bled, but the whole entire market's down. But these are some of the collectibles I wouldn't bet against, you know, and that's why we got them here up on the ticker. But yeah, I think Partners was used big time for the liquidity for other collectibles. So I kind of figured that was going to happen. Not going to lie. There's 4K editions, so that's kind of a lot of editions. But it's still, you know, it's a golden moment. It's going to be still highly sought after. some of these I don't know. It's hard. It would be hard to bet against these iconic ones on the app. So it's tough. It's tough. Oh, heck yeah. Oh my gosh, my first secret rare on the drop. Kyle, you bring me luck. Good luck. Heck yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. Happy for you, man. Happy for you. Let's take a look. See if we got any in our collection here. 2 pending still. Man, I'll tell you what. I've always been like the person that has got the just the worst delivery rate. I'm always like last in the community to get anything. It's very tough. Stinks. Stinks. All right, we got mint 60, Indy. It's like a little crab. Jada, it's a jellyfish. 322 is the mint. A Gordon, we got like a, I don't even know what that is, like a unicorn whale or a whale. I don't know. 163 mint. We got Matt, 156 mint. These are all still pretty low mints. Paco. Ooh, I like Paco. I like that coloring on it. 285 mint. Ponderosa. This one's really cool. I like that background. Those backgrounds look like cosmic. 257 mint. Cool, cool. So we will put those off to the side. And we got a 2-digit mint, 3 hollows, and a tiny card. So that's kind of like the synopsis of that card break. I do like the low mints. These are pretty low mints. Sub 1K, 3-digit, Squishmallow. Those might be worth something one day. So definitely might collect some more. For those of you guys and gals that don't know, let me head over to this is one of the founders of Jazzwares. I don't know if you can see this actually. Jeremy Padower, global toy maker of Pokemon, Fortnite, Roblox, AEW, Halo, Cocomelon, and Squishmallows, which is like their very own brand. Chief Brand Officer, Jazzwares, Investors Advisor, Collector Goat. He's like level 9,000 collector. And if you don't know what Jazzwares is, take a look at that. They have like literally the biggest IP in the entire world of collectibles. So I wouldn't bet against them. That's why I'm collecting Squishmallow cards, some kid collectible cards. But look at this. It's front and center on their website. Play now on Roblox. Squishmallows might be a big brand. I mean, it's Gary Vee is talking about it. But yeah, these are some of the brands that they have under their belt. Right? Domies. Like I even collected some Domies recently. So let me know if you want me to collect some more. We'll maybe think about doing some more pack breaks or something like that. I don't know. Love that Wanda's face materializing. Always wanted it in IRL. Kyle, most guilty pleasure collectibles you own on VeVe. One that you always wanted to own, say in real life, but isn't worth much in terms of fiat value. Mine is House of M, #1 secret rare. In terms of comics, I would say I actually like the Eternals comic, that cover. That one's not worth a terrible amount in real life, the common cover, or that cover right there. That would be cool to own. I saw somebody locally selling this for like 199 bucks. But they already sold it. I tried to buy it. So that one would be a good one. I like Obi-Wan. Not really a big fan of that cover though. It's okay. I think that one would be a cool one. That's like not hugely expensive in real life. They had some Ghost Rider #1 comics. They have like a new storyline, I guess, coming out. I saw that at the comic store the other day. They had Ultraman too. Ultraman, like the Seven Suits saga or whatever. Like that one's the #1 issue. Let's see. I like Future Imperfect, or the Hulk comic cover. I actually do like that one. The Todd McFarlane cover, I like that as well. The Spider-Man Todd McFarlane. This one I do like. I tried to actually buy this one. The price has gone up. IRL. This one I like. I'm a big fan of the orange background, or the orange reddish background. As you know here, I'm a real big fan of that. So the Amazing Spider-Man number 252, and also the first appearance of the symbiote suit. They're in the Secret Wars comic cover. Sleeping Comics knows what I'm talking about. He's got one in his background. I really love the red back, or like the reddish orange backgrounds. Those two in real life would be good to own. Those aren't really cheap though. So yeah, those would probably be my favorite picks. I wouldn't mind owning one of these, to be honest. Captain America, the new Captain America with Sam or whatever. These are some pretty cool covers. I like this uncommon. Looks like a secret rare, so this would be cool to own as well. I actually do own it in the VeVe app already, but yeah, those would be kind of my top ones. I bought this one as a reprint. As you know, I just showed that at the beginning of the stream. But yeah, that's kind of what I would say. This cover right here, the Todd McFarlane, the secret rare cover. This one's just cool. If I got to own that in real life, that'd be awesome. But I think this may be like a. Is this a VeVe exclusive? I'm not really sure. But this one would definitely be cool to own. I know these kind of go for sort of a premium. You know, if you find them at 9.8, these Todd McFarlane covers. I do know that they kind of can go for a premium sometimes. So same here, Kyle. I feel like I'm always last to receive mine. Best for last, perhaps. I suspect they just want me streaming longer. I think that's my conspiracy theory I'm sticking with. They just want me to stream longer. Look at this, still 2 pending. Like at this rate, I will never get these in my showroom. Like the VeVe-verse might come out before I get these comics. But anyways, yeah. Notice it says $374. That's kind of weird. I wonder if that's like the floor price it's already going for. Let's see, comics. It's already on the market. Yeah, it's pulling in the data from the floor price of the marketplace, which is kind of weird. Okay, so yeah. You could mine MCP points here. So this could be like one of those ones you mine MCP points. Let's see what the secret rare, 130. I think this will definitely come down though, in price. 23 gems for the ultra rare. That's not bad at all. That's not a bad pickup. Let's see, how many editions was the 900? It's kind of high. I don't know. That's a high edition run for the this cover. I would have liked to see maybe like a little bit lower on the ultra rare, but that's okay. I mean, it's only 23 gems, so it's not bad. Kind of a cool cover. I think it yeah, I think the ultra rare and the secret rare are my favorite covers in this comic. That 252 is real sweet. I almost aped into that one. IRL, do you frequent your comic book store quite a bit? I try to when my wife lets me. So I used to go to that same shop when I was a kid. I used to collect a lot of Pokemon. Played Wizards. Or, I'm sorry, Played Wizards. That's the name of the place, Wizards Asylum. Played Magic a little bit, but not there. I mainly went for the Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. what I could afford, when I could go when I was younger, and then that was about it. But yeah, like I try to frequent it when I can. I've been there several times, more so, especially coming to the VeVe app, has definitely made me want to go to that store way more often. I frequent a couple other collectible shops as well. Some specialize in like the collectibles like this behind me, like statues and vinyl toys. So I frequent those collectible shops as well. So yeah, I kind of make my rounds for sure. I do make my rounds. Okay, so let's take a look at the market. Again, one more time. I've seen this website pop up called the VeVe Market. It shows the global market cap at a glance. It's kind of neat there. 397. Let's compare that with the cherry charts. Let's see. All right, here we go. So yeah, 391 is what this says. Go to the VeVe Market, 397. So yeah, one of these it's pretty close. I mean, pretty close as far as the entire market cap goes on the VeVe app. We're down a little bit, under 400. Last week, the week before, definitely was the lower points. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that. And of course, we have the VeVe rank. Don't forget about that. That's Sleeping Comics website right here. You can find about the next drop, more information. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's nice. It goes right to the Medium article. Let's see. You can do the mint directory. This is really cool about that. So if you are looking for a special mint, you can actually go in here and submit your mint number and find if there might be somebody that is holding a mint that you may want. I don't know where this would be actually. The database would be though. I'd have to ask Sleeping Comics. And of course, you know, if you're sorting through blue chips, you want to check out Sleepin's list here. He's got them all ranked nice and easy for you. The S tiers all the way down to the A tiers. So you have S tier at the Amazing Fantasy number 15. Amazing Spider-Man 252, Marvel Comics number 1, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Daredevil number 1, Fantastic Four number 1, Fantastic Four number 5, Marvel Spotlight number 5, Star Wars number 1, Strange Tales number 110, Ultimate Fallout number 4. I own 1. I just sold my Marvel Comics Ultra Rare, but I still own the common cover. Let's see. So I own 1, 2, 3. I own most of these covers. I actually don't have a Star Wars comic yet. Star Wars number 1. Strange Tales number 1110. I don't know if I have that one. Oh, that's cool. You can link in and it goes like you can look at the physical comic value. You just click on it and it'll take you there. That's really cool. It's very useful. You can look at eBay listings. Key collector comics, submit your number. Okay, that's really cool. Sleeping making some upgrades. And then of course, you have comics and cryptos, spreadsheet. If you're wanting to take a look at like his top 50 or whatever, I guess he's got like top 128 or something. So we pretty much looked at like every platform. Donnie 0%. Ghostbusters is up. The Platinum Moogly up 17%. It's a pretty big mover of the day. Really not much action. Everything kind of moving sideways maybe today. Let's see if we got the She-Hulk back in the collection here. Doesn't look like we did just yet. 2 pending still. Let's go back to the comics market. See what the commons going for. 380, it's still hanging around there. Nothing too crazy. Nobody's buying, I guess. People just listing. Ultra rare, still 130. 23. Yeah, nothing really significant going on. Let me refresh as well. 21. That one's actually gone down a couple gems. Nothing there. Uncommon 350. Yeah, the uncommon under the common. That's dope. That's the same issue. Brought the lady once and she couldn't handle the box digging. Haha. That's awesome, man. I know we talked about collecting IRL in Neo Tokyo way back in the beginning. I just didn't realize how involved you were into collecting. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, it's a blast. It's a blast for sure. Yeah, I guess McDonald's is doing Pokemon cards again. Yo, are they really? Buddy just sent me a picture of his Holo Pikachu pull. Shut up. Guess Happy Meals are coming back into my diet. Let's go. I might have to order one, man. That is hilarious. That's awesome. All right, I think we're caught up on the comments there. That's all I got for today's stream. We've been going on for a while, and this stream's like super long, but it's all good. We covered the news that dropped, the AF-15, the market, and we opened some Squishmallow cards, and we showed you some comics we went to the comic book store and we picked up. But that's all I got for this stream. Make sure you like it if you enjoyed the stream, and hit that sub and bell notification so you don't miss any more streams like this. If you want to tune in for the next one, be like an NFT, be authentic, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.